To perform a formal test of association between two categorical variables, you use the chi-square test. The Pearson chi-square test is the most commonly used of several chi-square tests, and it is often referred to as simply the chi-square test. You start with a null hypothesis of no association between the variables and the alternative hypothesis of association. To determine whether there is an association, the Pearson chi-square test measures the difference between the observed cell frequencies and the cell frequencies that are expected if there is no association between the variables. In other words, the expected frequencies are the frequencies you expect to get if the null hypothesis is true. The chi-square test calculates the expected frequencies for each cell by multiplying the row total, R, by the column total, C, and then dividing the result by the total sample size, T. If the observed frequencies equal the expected frequencies, there is no association between the variables. If the observed frequencies do not equal the expected frequencies, there is an association between the variables. The chi-square statistic indicates the difference between observed frequencies and expected frequencies. A significant chi-square statistic is strong evidence that an association exists between your variables. Keep in mind that the chi-square statistic and its corresponding p-value indicate only whether an association exists between two categorical variables. The p-value indicates how confident you can be that the null hypothesis of no association is false. However, neither the chi-square statistic nor its p-value tells you the magnitude of an association. Chi-square statistics and their p-values depend on and reflect the sample size. A larger sample size yields a larger chi-square statistic and a smaller corresponding p-value, even though the association might not be all that strong. For example, if you double the size of your sample by duplicating each observation, you double the value of the chi-square statistic, even though the strength of the association does not change.